Quiet on set.
Ready?
Perfect. Does my hair look good?
Your hair looks
My
fabulous.
hair looks beautiful.
Hello there, this is the Pin Cutso YouTube channel. We're gonna show you how to make this cool sports headband. Soft headband, whatever you wanna call it. Layla she did her first volleyball clinic this last weekend, and afterwards she said, my bangs keep getting in my face, and she kept having to brush her bangs back, because she's trying to grow them out, so.
Yeah.
She met a little friend there who's wearing a headband kind of like this,
Yeah.
and we thought we could make those, so we're gonna show you how. But before we do that, please click the subscribe button so that you don't miss any more tutorials. And this is a kid-friendly and beginner-friendly project. I'm gonna make it as simple as possible. So now Natalie wants one, of course, so I'm gonna choose this fabric for hers. Well, she chose it. Picky. You want to have fabric that has stretch both ways. If it doesn't have as much stretch, I'll show you how to do that too, so basically you want something that has some spandex in it. Layla, so you can see this one. I think this is a rayon jersey spandex. But if you don't have fabric like this, you can always use the bottom of a t-shirt or a sports shirt that has spandex in it. And or Layla suggested cut the leg off of a legging that's too small for you, and you could totally use that too.
Too big.
Or too big.
Fit around your head.
Yeah. It just needs to be pretty stretchy so that you can get it over your whole head. So, and you're also gonna need, obviously, a sewing machine, some scissors, and that's pretty much it. You can probably even do this without an iron. But you can see here I have, these are called stretch needles, jersey ballpoint needles. This isn't necessary with all machines, but if you find that when you sew stretchy fabrics, your machine skips stitches, then pick up some jersey needles, and that's all you need to fix that problem. So you can see more good sewing content for kids and grown-ups on www.pincutsostudio.com. And yeah, anything else? Did you just burp? Let's get started. Okay, so to get started, you're gonna need to cut your piece. So you're gonna wanna measure your head. This one's for Natalie, and her head is 20 inches around, so I made it 20 inches long. And then I cut mine by 7 inches wide, because that will result in a 3-inch headband. If you want it wider than that, you just decide how wide you want it, double that, and then add 1 inch. So if you wanted a 4-inch wide headband, you would cut it 8 plus 1 is 9, so 9 inches wide. But we add that 1 inch for the seam allowance. Okay, so here's my piece. I used a rotary cutter and mat for mine, but you could just use scissors. You could even make your own paper pattern. This is the pattern I made for the one doll Layla made for her doll, so it's smaller. You can just tape paper together and cut it to size. That way you can just pin and cut if you want to. So that's an easy way if you don't have a rotary cutter and mat. That way you'll have a pattern that you can reuse over and over. So this is super simple. The first thing we're gonna do is fold it in half lengthwise, and I'm just gonna stitch this long edge together. So, but I'm not gonna use a regular straight stitch. I want it to be stretchy. So I'm gonna use a zigzag stitch, and I'm gonna go all the way along it, and while I sew it, I'm going to stretch it gently, about like this. That will make sure that when you put it over your head, the stitches don't pop. So I'm gonna go do that. Hope you can see my zigzag stitching. You can see how it can still stretch. If you were just to use a straight stitch, then when you pulled this, it would pop. Have you ever put some clothes over your head and the seams pop because you're trying to get your arm in? This will prevent that from happening. So obviously if you have access to a serger, you can just serge this, but I wanted to show you how to do it with a regular old sewing machine. Okay, let me move my mat and get my iron. My iron's already on. You're just gonna turn this right side out. Should be able to just reach right in there. Okay, so we want the seam to be hiding on the underside of our headband. So we're going to put that along the bottom here. Kind of put it in the middle. and just press it a little bit. So then on one end, I'm gonna fold in about 1/2 inch. Like this. And then press that. Then I'm going to take my other end. I'm going to put it inside my pressed end, so the raw edge end. You're gonna stick inside your folded over edge, like this, and put a couple pins in it. Oops, that pin has thread stuck to it. Make sure you catch all the layers in there. And then you're simply now going to zigzag down here. Be sure and backstitch front and end. Let me just trim my threads. All right, there's our finished headband. So when you wear it, this seam will go towards your head, and then this seam will go in the back so it won't show. Isn't that pretty? This one's for Natalie. I'm gonna go give it to her. Stay tuned because Layla, after we made hers, she said, I'm gonna make a matching one for my doll. So now we're gonna show you how to do that. All done?
Yep.
Okay, rip it. Just turn it right side out.
Can I use the turning outside thing?
No, it shouldn't be hard.
This is my technique. You thread your fingers through, and then once you reach the end, you grab the end and pull it.
That's really smart. Good job. Okay, come lay it down here on the ironing board.
So we just folded in the sides to one and stuffed the other side in the side that we folded.
Yeah, so we tucked one side in and then we put the other side inside that side.
And now we're gonna.
She's just gonna zigzag right down there. Backstitch. Don't forget to backstitch. My life's motto. Oh, if it gets stuck like that, take these threads back here. Okay, go ahead. And just pull them.
That's crazy.
Tricks of the trade.
I'm getting so much from this one. Like bazillions.
Oh.
How'd it go?
I am
It
getting
went
so much
Okay, trim your threads and we can try it on.